with Charm Grammy Crochet. And this video you'll probably see on Wednesday, I think. If you watched Tuesday's video, I'm making this right after that. Spreading them out a little bit. Maybe you'll see it on Thursday. I don't know. But Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to say. And this is probably Wednesday. This is a yarn catch-up video. So yay, finally some yarn talk. Yesterday was Happy Mail, and I just love those stitch markers. If you didn't see them, you have to see them. And Amy, really and truly, please let me know how people can buy them, because those are cute. So let's get right into it. Thank you for coming into my yarn room with me today. It is no more finished than it was 5 minutes ago in the video I just finished recording. But maybe I'll show you. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I have it more organized, because right now it's still a real mess. But I am recording in here, so that's fun. And you guys, so Roy, he's gonna have knee surgery in the fall. He's gonna get a knee replacement, and we have an old colonial, so this is upstairs, and so we're gonna put him in the spare bedroom that doesn't have a bed in it. We had a blow-up mattress in there for when Amanda slept over, and like a year and a half ago, and we just left the blow-up mattress in there. I have a bed that I was gonna put in there. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. You know how I like to chat. But I don't think we can get it up the stairs, because this house wasn't made for getting beds that size up the stairs. It won't make the turn. I don't think the opening is big enough in the stairway. But anyway, so we might put a hospital bed in there. I don't know what we're going to do, but he wants to watch TV in there. I have all the yarn that I took out of here is stored in bins in that room. If he's going to use that room, I was really thinking I was going to leave it there. Because then I can at least, because it's all clear bins, and I can just walk over and see what's there. And, oh yeah, I'll just take this, and then, you know, be on my merry way. It will not fit in here unless I have bins stacked up in the middle of this room, literally like right where I'm standing. And you could then squeeze around them like an island in the middle, except that it would be like to the ceiling. So that's not good. And I don't want to take them upstairs, because then they're out of sight, out of mind. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. That's where the stress is coming in with this for me. It's not really stress. It's just, I don't want the yarn where I can't see it. Because then when I go looking for yarn, I won't want to go up the third flight of stairs. I'll tell you right now. So he says he wants to, we had the whole reason that we even redid the attic was I was going to move the yarn room up there. The whole attic is like empty and available. So I was going to put yarn in one room, and like sitting area and video area in another room, and I would just hang out up there. It's got heat and air. Well, the air doesn't work so well, but I would put an air conditioner up there if I was going to live up there, you know, crochet up there and stuff. But the problem is it's 3 floors up, and my knees are bad, and I don't want to walk up and down 3 sets of stairs all day long. I don't want to walk up 3 flights once. And so then Chloe said, oh, she, you know, needed a place to stay, and she wanted a room in our house. So we made the room upstairs, we made the room that I was going to put the yarn in. We made a bedroom for her. But she stays at her mom's. She rarely stays here. So I think we're going to put now Roy a recovery room in. We need to make it comfortable for him to be able. I don't think he's going to need a hospital bed. I think he's going to need a recliner. We don't have a recliner, but we have a really comfortable chair that he likes, like a desk chair. And so he was just talking last night. He wants to take the air mattress down, which there was no reason that we even lifted up, but put the desk and the chair back in there. and he could be very comfortable watching TV and chilling out in there. And maybe put the futon back in there, which means then my yarn has to go upstairs. The yarn that I have stored in there. If that's the case, then I'm thinking move all of this up there. I don't know. But then I'm doing 3 flights of stairs, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, I still have to make those decisions. And Roy deserves the room. I mean, you know, it's his room. It was his man cave that we took apart to make a bedroom for Amanda. So, and a bedroom for Chloe. So, he wants it back. I don't blame him. I just thought I was taking it over with yarn. At least I thought in the back of my head. It was a bad idea. It was a bad thought. But anyway, let's get on to what am I working on. I don't have any finished objects because the only thing I have finished is the amigurumi that I showed you in Sunday's video. I haven't started anything else. I think I can start something else, and there's some amis that I need to make. But I have some yarn coming that I'm going to need to work with before I really start any other new projects. So I haven't done Tile of the Week. I haven't done Hatapalooza. I haven't had time for those. And I haven't worked on Sophie's, but I'm going to start working on my Sophie's again. I was waiting for Nancy, but I really don't think that she wants to, and I don't want to put the pressure on her that she has to do it. I'm really getting the impression she doesn't want to do it, and that's completely fine. She wasn't happy with it. And she likes making wearables, and she likes creating her own pattern designs for blankets and stuff. So, I want her to be happy, you know, doing what she wants to do. So, I'm going to chat with her about it. Maybe I'll call her after I'm done here and see if she really wants to finish that blanket. If she wants to finish, I'll wait. I'm in no hurry whatsoever. But if she doesn't want to, then I'm going to work on it because I want to work on it. You know, I mean, I want to finish it if she does or if she doesn't. So, anyway, and I'm not starting anything new, but I am going to show you. This is Living In. Speaking of my good friend Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too. This is a bag she sent me with the gnomes on it. Isn't it adorable? And I really like it. I like the handle on the side. And it's a drawstring, and it's a box bottom. It's really nice. And she gave that to me, I think in our Christmas swap. Or maybe she just sent it to me. I don't know. I get confused. I don't know how everybody remembers where they got everything from. I have a hard time. But this is my Double Dog Dare Fall Cuddler by Mama in a Stitch. And it's a Double Dog Dare from Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farm Animals. That's just farming. And she Double Dog Dared to learn to knit. And we're making this fall cuddler. I am using 10 millimeter bamboo corded bamboo circular. I think that's what they're called, if I remember. And I am using lots of dots from Yarn Bee. This is last year's, and the color is called Dewdrops. This is only my second skein of this. And by the end of next week, we are supposed to be done with row 42. I am a week ahead, and I'm going to finish up through row 42 this week. Probably right after I'm done videoing, because I'm going on vacation just for a long weekend this weekend, and I don't want to get behind on this because starting with row 43 is a new section. I did the first section correct. That's the stitch. It is the garter stitch. It's all the same stitch, both sides, back and forth, and I love the look of that. I really want to make myself a sweater out of this one, just like a cardigan, not a cardigan, just a sweater. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to increase or decrease. I don't know how to any of that stuff, but I would love a sweater made out of that. It's got a lot of texture, and I have sweater quantity in neutrals in this yarn that I think would be awesome for a sweater, a big bulky comfy curl up in sweater. So that is in the to-do list in my brain, and I have the yarn and everything. With this pattern, you make a border as you go, and it's the same stitch. Knits both, knit, just knit, knit, knit. Then we had a little tiny section, and I'm showing you, I think, the back. Yeah, this is the front. We had this little tiny section of, that looks like V's. And then we went into, I think they were calling this the double moss stitch. And so now on this stitch, we're knitting and purling. And I was constructing the whole thing wrong. And so sometimes I have flat spaces like the little V's, and sometimes I have bumpies. Very rarely. It doesn't look at all like Laura's. Let's go with that. Let me see. I'll show you the front. I know it's not right. I know it's not right through the whole section. Every row there are mistakes because I knew something wasn't right, but I'm going to tell you, I don't know enough about the stitch construction to say, look at this row here and know if that's a knit or a purl. I don't know which is which. Like, and now that the last 3 rows, I think I finally figured out, well, Laura and Lynn figured me out on what I was doing wrong. It wasn't that I wasn't knitting, like you're supposed to purl on the knits and knits on the purls. I was doing that, and I have the little stitch markers every 4 so that I know I need to change the stitch, but I was constructing the knit stitch wrong. I was putting my hook in the wrong, or my needle in the wrong spot every single time. On the bottom, it's all the same stitch, so it's all the same, it doesn't matter. On the top, I'm constructing it wrong, and so the stitches aren't turning out the way they're supposed to when you put it together with the other stitch. I think the purl stitches I was doing correctly. And one of them, it looks like, if you get up really close and personal, let's see, am I showing you the front or the back? I don't know my pin. I stuck a pin in it so I would know the front and the back, but the pin is kind of spinning, so it's not really helpful. But I think it doesn't really matter. You'll see it on either side. See, like here you have this little bump right here, and then this one has the little bump. Then the next ones should probably not have the little bump. Well, on this side they all have, oh no, see, okay, so there's a bump and not a bump. So this one doesn't have a bump in right here, where this one does have a bump right there. So I think, but I don't know which one means the knit and which one means the purl. So when I start this, I should, my pattern, if I marked my pattern correctly, it should work out that the purls are on the knits and the knits are on the purls. You always start with the knit. So this is knit, knit, knit. So these two must be knit and these are purl. I mean, you start, the first 7 are knits. So these two, based on those bumps that I can now recognize, must be knit, and these two are purls. So these two will need to be purls. I just figured that out right now. I mean, I knew that the knits need to go on the purls and the purls need to go on the knits. But if these are knits and they've got the bumps facing me, then probably the knits need, these first 2 need to be purls. Except I think, which side do I start with? Where is my yarn? Okay, yeah. Oh, but that's backwards. So if I turn it around, I don't know, does that still mean the same thing? I don't know. I don't know that. But I love the project. I love working with the knitting needles. Once I was doing it correctly, and I hope I remember what correctly was, that I haven't gotten myself in such a bad habit that I do it wrong. I really enjoyed making, enjoyed making even when I was doing it wrong. I like the yarn. I think it's turning out really pretty. With the, I mean, it's kind of busy because the yarn is kind of busy and the stitches are kind of busy. I still like it. I like it a lot. And I think it'll be soft and squishy. And when it's done, if it's soft and squishy, I know my daughter or my granddaughter are going to want to steal it from me, but they can't have this one. I will make them one of their own. But we'll probably have mistakes in it too. When I get done with today's 3, we're doing 3 rows a week. That's the idea. And it'll get done, well in time to give it as a Christmas gift. I am not giving this as a gift, as I said. But I wouldn't even mind a blanket out of that hole. I like the look of that. But I really like the stitch that looks like all the V's too. I think that's really awesome. Now this book, I keep swearing by this book, Knit 101. And I think I knit continental. I don't throw. And I just wasn't seeing what was happening. It gives you really good pictures. And I thought I was doing it right. But I was doing it wrong. And now that, like, they pointed out what I was doing wrong, once we figured it out, oh, Spam is calling me. Spam is the only one that ever calls me. Once we figured out what I was doing wrong, then I could look at the pictures and say, oh, now that makes more sense. So there's that. What else am I working on, or have I worked on? So my Luck of the Draw. This is Luck of the Draw 7. It is the brainchild of Nan from Nan's Next Knots. Hi, Nan. Love you to death. If you don't know Nan, oh my goodness, you need to go. Luck of the Draw is so much fun. We really enjoy it. There's a chat group. So you can show your works off with everybody else and talk about, and we harass Nan on Thursday mornings. Where's our video? Because we're all anxious for the next week. I am along with Elaine Brown, and if you don't know Elaine, she'll be also linked, and Nan will be linked. I am making a tote bag. It'll be linked. I can't remember the name of it or who it's by, but it's a wonderful project. It's a mosaic brick, rainbow mosaic brick, maybe. I don't know, but it'll be linked in the description box. I love this pattern. I love this tote. Look at it. Isn't it adorable? I'm going to use it as a handbag. I want to make a long shoulder strap for it. And I was almost thinking, this is week 8, and my week 8 is complete. And I'm almost thinking it's like long enough, because it's a good sized bag. And I'm now starting to get a little bit concerned that I'm going to run out of yarn. I am using Premier Home Cotton in this cone. This was, I think, pretty much a new cone when I started. Almost new. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. And this is what's left of it so far. I was only going to do 10 rounds of this in this, and then I was going to do another one. So this one I'm using, obviously, oranges and yellows. And last week's color is this row right there. And this, I hadn't shown you this one done. And this was Premier Home Cotton in the color peach. Oh, I can put that color away. And this week's color for me was, and this one again is a Premier Home Cotton, and the color is orange. They're very creative with the names. They usually come up with like creative names for this. But, and then the white is the Premier Home Cotton. Sometimes, some of them are other than Premier, but sugar and cream and stuff like that I have too. But they're the like 85% cotton, 15% acrylic, very washable, very durable yarns. I will line this, at least that's my plan, is to line it when I'm done with it. But when I finished row 8 yesterday, I'm like, ooh, it's a really nice size, and maybe I just want to be done with it. And then my original plan was that I would do this with these colors and the white, and then I have another cone just like that cone, brand new, that is white, but it's got flecks of blues and greens and maybe even a yellow, but blues and greens for sure. So I picked out a bunch of blues and greens to do. So the white part would be blue and green, flecky, and then the solids in the middle. And I think it'll be really cute. And it's a quick make. I mean, I can get this done in no time. So my original plan was 10 weeks for this and 10 weeks for the other one, because the luck of the draw is a 20-week crochet along. You use 9 colors of yarn, 8, and this is the first time, Nancy, the first time ever that we've not had a repeat for all 8 colors. So next week will definitely be a repeat color. I really love the fact that there's no repeats for this. And I don't care, like, if it ended now, that would be awesome because there's no repeats. And, but yet, the last 2 rows will definitely have to be repeats because every color's been used. And that could look cool, too. But I originally thought, because I knew this would be a quick crochet, I'm using a, I think, 4mm hook with this. I knew it would be quick, so I thought I would make 2 boggy blankets and go 10 weeks on each of those and just crochet enough that it'll be the right size at the end of 10 weeks. And I was, when it started, I just was behind on everything and I did not do that. So now I'm kind of feeling guilty that I didn't, and maybe I shouldn't make the other bag, but do a boggy blanket. And I have 8 colors, well, 16 colors, because I was going to do both the bag and I was going to do 2 blankets and 2 bags, 10 weeks each. So I have in a bag sitting right there the 16 skeins of yarn to do that with. Well, 18 skeins, right? Because you use 1 basic, which for my bag would be the white, and then 8 other colors for her to draw, 1 through 8 each week. So I'm feeling kind of guilty that I don't have a boggy blanket underway and almost done. So I'm debating with myself, do I want to do another bag, or should I jump in and do the blanket? I'm pretty sure Nan will do this again before the end of the year. So I could do 1 blanket now and then do the other bag and the other blanket next time. We'll see. We'll see. I have till next Thursday to figure that out. And I'm not taking that on vacation with me. I don't think, for the weekend. I just don't want to take a bunch of, even though I can do that without a pattern, I don't, it's easy. I know what to do. So it will be a nice in the car kind of project because I know what to do. But I don't want to take this because we're going to start something new. And I probably need Laura to hold my hand, Laura and Lynette. Lynette is also doing it from Nina's Knots, and Lynn Como. She does not have a channel, but she's a very big help as well. And finally, I have my, let me pull this out. I think it's still attached to one of these yarns. I have my Yarn Vacation AU. I know this video is getting a little bit long. Maybe I should do the Yarn Vacation AU separate. What do you think? Okay, I think you're right. Let's stop this at that, and then I'll do the Yarn Vacation AU because that'll be done for the month. Okay, yeah, we'll do Yarn Vacation AU in a minute. So thanks for watching this video and liking and subscribing and sharing and all of that and hanging out with me. And we'll try to get this in we'll be under 30 minutes. So thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Okay, bye.